Okay, today's gonna be a fun one. We're going to be making fabric booties for babies. Now, babies, when they're little, they don't need structured footwear, so you just want something that is soft, comfortable to wear, and something that just looks really nice and unique. Again, I'm making this as part of the series of unique baby gifts, especially as the holidays are coming up. You want to make sure that you have something fun for the new mom in your life. I'm just going to go ahead and go through all of the pieces. That's what you're seeing here on the screen. If you have questions, I have it on my website at isewithjoy.com. It's going to be a very detailed video, so buckle down. It's a little over 8 minutes. If you want to speed through it, you can just hit the right side of your screen and change the speed to 1.5 or 2. But it's a great one to save to your favorites folder in case you want to come back and review it later. I also have it on my YouTube channel, which handle is at Printed Bonnet. What we're working on right now is going to eventually become the back, as in the heel of the baby's booty. I love saying that word booty. Anyways, it's kind of funny. Once you're done with that part, you're going to set it aside after you take out the excess pieces and also ironing it flat. You want to iron it flat just because you want it to sit properly when the baby's wearing it. And there's no requirement that you must do that, but I find that when you do that, it just makes it a little easier putting together all the pieces, as you see here. And if you have questions about any of this, please feel free to send me an email at isewithjoy. It's isewithjoy@gmail.com. So just turn it inside out, go ahead and iron it like you see there. And then once you're done with that, you're going to fold it inside. Now, this is basically creating the casing for the elastic that's going to go around it. When you do this, because of the fabric you have inside, depending on what you have, it's probably not going to sit flat. That's perfectly fine because once you sew it down, it will sit flat. I just want to make sure I have the right casing size, which is why I usually just iron it there. Go ahead and sew it down and do the same thing to the second one. Now we're going to work on the top of the shoe or the booty. You want to find a spot in between. So in this case, this is where you're going to eventually be putting in your elastic or passing your elastic through. And you're going to do this for both. And the reason I put them both together is because I want to make sure that it's in the same location for both pieces. So make sure you're not cutting it all the way through. Just identify and create those holes, and it'll make a little bit more sense as you go along. Open it like you see there. And here I'm just trying to see where I want to place the ribbons. I'm going to pin that in there and make sure it's both in the right place. So to make this easy, I'm going to make sure I sew it down. And once that's done, I'm going to bring back the pieces I had sewn prior. So again, this is going to be the bottom part. And like I mentioned earlier, you want to identify which one's going to be left and which one's going to be the right foot. Once you know which one's right and which one's left, now you can determine where the direction for where the toes are going to go and the big toe and where the pinky toe is going to go. So first, put the pieces together, right sides together. And since we've already gone ahead and identified which foot this is going to go on, what I'm going to do is just kind of take it and pin things down first. And then I'm going to sew it in such a way that I know exactly where and where I want my pinky toes to go. So it's just a minor adjustment there to make it go down a little lower. And I used colored thread in this instance just to show you what it looks like. So you see right there, I made it a little lower, and that just means that the pinky toe will eventually end up on that side. And as I'm cutting that and cutting the excess, I will cut a little lower in that area there, just so that when this is done, you can actually tell the big toe is going to go on one side and the pinky toe on the other side. And just go ahead and repeat the same thing, doing it on the opposite side, because obviously a pinky toe will have to be on the opposite side, and repeat the same thing. Now, once that is done, you're now going to attach the heel of the booty. So as you can see there, that's the first piece we sewed together, and just put it in there because you've already done the top of your booty and you've done the base, and now you're going to attach the heel and just sew it around like you see there. Next, you're going to take your elastic. All of the measurements and the pattern again are available on my website at isewithjoy.com. You want to use a little pin just to work this through, and also to hold the first initial entry points down so that it doesn't pull through. as you're going to as you thread it through the casing. And once that's done, you're going to go ahead and either tie the elastic together and or you can just stitch it together to keep it together. And this is what it looks like. Very easy, beautiful, soft on the inside and beautiful on the outside. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to add the buttons because I had this cute little apple buttons there, and I'm like, will they look good? Yeah, I think they will. So I'm going to go ahead and include that there. And that's it. Thanks for watching.